What's going on, podcast people? This is D&E Podcast. I'm nkrudi, leader of the friend group. I'm here with my friends and co-host Jahmar Raekwon. Say what's up.
Yo,
what's going on, guys? How y'all living?
We didn't have an episode last week because I was sick. We could have recorded. I asked him, but he was like, we'll just do it next week. We can make some.
He said that. I was down for whatever.
Whoa, pause. Pause.
Jahmar said we gonna get right next week. Come back stronger.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back this week and just get right.
Yeah, I just had a cold. I didn't catch it. If y'all think I didn't catch it, but I said I would have wore a mask. I was pretty good about it. Like last Tuesday when we usually record, I was good to go. And like later on during the week, I definitely got more sick. So I was probably good to go that day. But cause I ended up like I developed like I had a sore throat, a cough, like runny nose, like bad mucus. Like, it got worse during the week. Yeah,
crazy.
Like every morning when I woke up, like I coughed, like got that shit up, and it was like green as hell, bro. It was bad. I was like, damn. But
and he was talking like this.
Oh yeah, like it got so bad. It got so bad. Like I lost my voice. Like it's still partially lost. You might be able to hear it, but I couldn't like really speak. Like anytime I spoke, it was like you hear a hissing noise because like only certain words would come out, and a certain word might have been too high in the octave, so I couldn't really speak. So the only thing that sucked about that was losing my voice, man. I couldn't I like singing. I just be singing this shit. So I couldn't sing, like I couldn't hit none of the notes I be hitting. I'm like, damn, and I still can't like sing right now. And I was like, damn.
No, let's hear something.
I can't hit the notes right. I usually hit.
Sing.
Because if I try to hit like say think what's the song with like a high?
Some shit by Mary J. Blige.
I don't know.
Go by like
let's do Wendy Williams like like you see that already. I couldn't even like, I can't.
But that's how you always sound.
You're lying. Like that's what it comes. It sounds like that hissing noise. I'm still recovering from a lost voice. Like I still bad right now. But once my voice come back, I'm gonna let it sing. Yes, sir. I can't wait to sing the shower.
To let it sing. Yeah.
Try. No.
You know what's funny about that too? Ever since you got sick, like my headache's been gone. Like I'm in a happier mood, you know.
That's crazy. Niggas were praying on my downfall, like he's sick. Thank God.
Hell no. He's like all that yapping in the ear, and the motherfucker can't sing. I'm like, stop. I need Tylenol.
Nah, but I was really in the house all week. I didn't go to the gym because I was sick. Like no cap, I feel smaller just because I haven't gone to the gym, bro. Like I just feel smaller. I definitely when I was sick, I did like lose my appetite, so I got on the scale, lost a couple pounds. So now like I was like a medium 225, now I'm like a light 225. It's like damn. So kind of yeah, it kind of sucks.
Oh shit.
So what's your how you about to go back to the gym? You gonna go like do the same way? You're gonna drop it down? Like how you gonna do it?
I don't know. It depends on how my body's feeling to it.
You gotta just leave testing out, but you gotta have some heavy days and some light days. You don't want to overload, especially your shoulders. You don't want to overload those too much.
Oh no. I mean, I only have time to go to the gym on like Monday through Thursdays. So that's when I usually go. So then like Friday I can have like time to work on like YouTube, whatever and shit like that for the whole day. So I'm just gonna be going tomorrow and Thursday, and then just start off with chest and tris, and then I'll do back and biceps because those are the ones I usually like focus on most.
You gotta make sure you get them legs up.
I do, but it's not gonna be this week though. Go back next week.
You skipping leg day?
I just told you I only go Monday through Thursdays.
Come on, man.
Hey man, I had to.
Yeah, I get that. Now I'm trying to get my legs up, but also like I told you, I'm trying to get to that 600-pound deadlift. I'm doing the anyone in the comments if y'all know about this, the Cohen and Phillip. It's like a challenge or a routine or something like that. Cohen Phillip, he's just a heavy, like big stocky dude. He's probably right now in his like 40s, maybe 50s. But he broke records when he was younger. So around our age, like 24, 25, 30, stuff like that. He was breaking records. I think he broke 72 weightlifting records and like just set the bar. So he's known as like a power lifter. Definitely has the strength there. And I think this program, you guys can look it up. It's free online. Anyone can find it. But his he got his program from what he used to do, but also figuring out from I forget the guy's name, but another powerlifter. But like, you know, those powerlifters where like they do competitions where they're like lifting up trucks and like dragging cars and stuff like that. Like he implemented some of like what that guy used to do and into his routine. Not like I'm gonna be lifting no trucks or anything like that.
Yeah, we know.
But but it'll definitely get me to that hopefully to that point of like 600-pound deadlift. Maybe my squat will get up and stuff like that. But right now I'm just focused on the deadlift. So the squat, I got something else in mind. Someone else in mind. And bench press, I got somebody else in mind. But that deadlift, if I can get to that shit with that program, that'll be it. That'll be it.
You deadlift with like the regular bar?
What, like the just normal
like
45 pound?
Yeah, the straight bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't do that. I haven't deadlifted in a minute though.
I use that. But then I'm thinking about picking up chalk. If I right now I'm at 365, so if I am able to get into the 450, maybe 500 range, I'm thinking about getting chalk and maybe getting a belt. Chalk just so I can absorb the moisture, you know, in your hands and stuff like that, so it makes it easier to grip the bar, which in turn will hopefully help with the strength.
What do them belts do? I be seeing people with them belts. I'm like, what the fuck do them shit do?
Belt more so just to keep your core tight. Because your core being tight is a big part of helping you lift. So if you like lose that, then it's then harder to like actually like pick up that weight because you don't have everything like held in and intact and stuff like that. So the belt just kind of gives you that extra stability. It's also good for your back too. It keeps your back safe. So its main priority is for its back, but it also helps with keeping your core in tight and everything when you strap it up tight and everything like that. But definitely does help your back. Just go perfectly up straight instead of it bending wonky and then like you fucked up your shit and now you got a hospital visit.
See, that's why I saw
the who? Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think I was doing around like what's 45 times 7?
Times 7. Hold on, let's do quick math. 45 times 2 is 90. Multiply that by 2, that's 180. So now you're at 4 bars plus another 90, that's 6. So 180, that's what, 225?
No,
I can't do math. 180.
No, that's 5. 225 is that's 5 times 45.
Oh, 5 times 45.
So if I do it at plus 245 plus 90 is what? Plus 100 is 345.
245 plus 90.
335. So I was doing 335 deadlift with the hex bar.
335? That's solid.
Yeah.
That's your max?
Yeah, that was my max.
That's solid.
But I don't just have to. Yeah, I just didn't like deadlifting, to be honest. I was like, if I don't like, I'll just do something else that's different.
I love it. Deadlifting is just amazing. And like my back feels good the next day. I attempted to go for 400. Didn't even get that shit off the ground. I tried 3 times. 90-second rest in between. Went up, tried to go up. Slightly went off the ground, and like when I say slightly, I mean like not even 2 centimeters. So I barely lift that shit off the ground. I just went like, drop that bitch. Huh?
Did you scream?
Nah.
See,
that's where the strength coming from.
You see how Jahmar don't got no weightlifting stories, because you don't be pushing weight, yo.
Oh man, because
I just pick
shit up.
You don't.
I just pick shit up. Like,
wait, what's your max deadlift?
Nigga pick up the bar. That's it.
You call that a good workout?
I don't really know. Like I never.
What do you mean?
Like, it was like
your max?
I'm a max out deadlift today.
Oh, you never maxed out or anything?
Nah.
No. Oh, so you usually just do consistent weights.
Yeah.
Okay, I fuck with that.
And then like today I feel like lifting a little bit more, and then I do it. And then if I ever like it's a time where we want to like lift more, then I would like I'd max out. Like when we were benching like the other day.
Yeah, the other day.
That one time we was benching back at the gym by your crib, the crunch.
Oh
and
yeah,
we were benching and
that
like
was months ago. I remember that.
Yeah, and like I lifted what
235.
Yeah, when I did that, like I never
pretty
did
sure
that before.
235.
Yeah,
like how much do you like? How many reps?
It was like 1 or 2.
Actually, no, I think you went higher because he did 235. He did that for like 1, 2, maybe 3. I think the 3 you struggled, but you still got it up. I didn't have to assist him at all. But then he was like, fuck it, I got a spotter. He's like, I think I can go higher. And then he added 210s on, and he got that shit up for 1 though.
See?
So I think it was a little bit above 235. Like it may have been like 255, somewhere around there. Like you're definitely pushing that weight up.
Yeah, I can't be maxing when I'm at the gym because like I don't got no
one
spot.
there.
It's just me. And so, yeah, I remember I was doing some weight one time at the gym. This is probably 2020, maybe, like around like after the pandemic. Well, I think it's still during the pandemic when they opened the gyms back up. And I forgot how much I was doing. It was either, actually I can't remember. I don't remember how much I was doing, but I was on the bench and I came down with it. I was trying to. I think I was doing like I forgot what it's called. It's like when you do less reps but you put on more weight. Like,
progressive overload.
Yeah, and so I was doing that, and so I went down. I was like, I think I can get one more in. Went down. I was like, and it got sucked right there. I was like, oh fuck, and this is just me by myself. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I gotta put this shit back up. And so that shit went back down. I'm like, fuck. And so I seen the nigga walking by, and I just looked him in his eyes. I just looked at him in his eyes, and he came over here to help me and pick the weight up. I was like, damn. I'm like, good looks, cause that shit was not going back up.
Yeah. I remember I was I was benching in the gym, the one over by the crunch over by the Hyatt or in the Hyatt. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So I was over at that crunch at the headquarters, and this is where Isaac used to take me when I used to work out with Isaac, and he was usually always there whenever I maxed out and stuff like that to help me out because he was the guy that introduced me to the gym, right? So he's always there to like help me out, and he's just like, yo bro, like he's like, you're 6'1". He was just like, you can grow. He's like, you can get big. He's like, you just got to put in like the years. Yeah, pause. He's like, you just got to put in the years. And I'm like, word. So I was like, fuck it, I think I can do this. So I went on a max out for a bench. It wasn't anything crazy. I think it was like 155. Yeah. And I went down, came back up, and I'm like, oh shit, that went pretty easily. Went down again, pushed it back up. Same story as you. I'm like, oh shit, I got stuck. And I'm like, damn. And I didn't want to like, and I was like trying to hold in my breath and stuff like that to like try to like maximize right what I was doing, because I usually when I breathe out at the top, right? So I'm just like, fuck, I need to get this shit up. And I'm like pushing and I'm just like, nah, this shit ain't coming back up. And I didn't know how to like now I know you put the bar down, you roll it, sit up, right? Like you're doing a crunch or whatever, and then like you just get it off you like that. I didn't know that, so I'm panicking and I'm like, oh shit.
Just dump the weights.
Yeah, or you could just dump it too.
Don't use clips if you're doing it by yourself. Yeah, don't use clips.
But like I'm panicking. I'm like, oh shit, and then I'm like fuck it, and like I'm trying to push up with my whole body, and I get it all the way up to the top. And then I'm trying to like move my arm back to like re-rack it. I missed the whole rack. And the shit just drops down. Bar comes, thank God it came down sliding, right? Bar, because I hit the top, like the top right from me. So I hit that, like that hooks on, but I missed the left one. So that shit just slides down on the diagonal, smacks me in the head. And then this big ass white guy that was in front of me, right? He just stopped doing his curls, and this guy was a monster. He's like curling like 50s. He comes up behind me and he's just like, deep ass voice too, made me feel like a bitch. He was like, hey yo man, if you ever need help, just call me. I'm like, fuck fuck you, nigga, I need your help. I put the weight back and I just walked away. Like I was like,
dude, that shit is mad embarrassing. Everybody just look over like damn, why you niggas look at me? Come on now.
Oh man.
Yo. Did I ever tell y'all a story how like, my first time like in the gym really when I was in high school?
No.
All right, so it was this is 8th grade year going into my freshman year during the summer, and so I was playing football, and so like they introduced all the freshmen to the weight room and stuff like that. So this is like probably after we just got off the field doing like field work too. It was in the morning too. I remember but we did that shit. I was like, damn, I felt like I was about to throw up, bro. I'm like, I'm not trying to throw up because I haven't thrown up since 5th grade. And so I'm not trying to throw up. I don't like the feeling of throwing up. Thank God I didn't throw up. But we went into the weight room after. They was introducing the freshmen to all the weights and shit like that. Like what to do and shit like that. So we was going to start with like the bench press. And so they didn't allow any of the freshmen to put on weight. Like on the bars or anything we were doing. They said just do the bars for your form and shit like that. And so I'm like, this is like I'm real slim in high school. Like it wasn't, I ain't have like no weight to me. And so I remember it was my time to bench, and they had like we was in groups and shit like that. And so it was just a bar. We just had the bar only 45 pounds. First time in the weight room.
That shit didn't go up.
When I tell you that bar was heavy, yo, I was sitting here like bar was tilting like this, and like it was bad. Only 45 pounds, yo. But like I was like, bro, when I like if you seen old pictures of me, I used to like Jahmar do now, just like real slim, yo. And so it was bad. So I remember it's like they went when I got home, Sakai was telling me, like, he's like, yo, I was like, what were you doing at the weight room? Because niggas told Sakai that like, yo, get your brother, man, he could have messed the bar. And I'm like, but what you expect? I mean, like, I ain't never been in the weight room before, yo. Like I was always like one of the smallest out of all my friends. Is like, hey man, but it was bad, bro. Like I mean, I could do of course I could do the bar now. That's how you start off with a warm up with, but look at me now.
Yeah, I saw it.
The same shit happened to me. I was it was like freshman year to either freshman or sophomore, and I was squatting. It was like the bar, and I want to say like 25 pounds max on each side. Put it on, my shoulders went down.
Squatting?
Yeah.
Just a bar?
It was like the bar and like 25, so like 50 pounds, like 90 pounds. And I was stuck. I'm like, oh, my knees can't even get down like that either. So I'm like, oh, and like Freed was with me at the time, and Freed is dying. I'm like, bro, help me. And like, I didn't know about like the sliding thing, like you just slide it off you. I was just stuck in like a squat position. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then Isaac came over and helped me. He's like, man, you gotta lighten up that weight. Yo.
That's funny.
Yo, I ain't want to let that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, freshman year was it was like all freshman football was just funny as hell too. But speaking of like squatting, it was this is like freshman year already going into like sophomore year maybe after the football season, and so we were in the weight room, and so you know how the high school has those racks like when you're squatting, they're not really good squatting racks. It's just a rack just to hold the weight. Like now, if you drop the weight, you're just supposed to drop it back on the floor and shit like that.
Oh, because they're like literally just two long sticks.
Yeah, I don't like those racks.
Yeah.
And so they had that rack, and so our kicker, his last name Hicks, so he was doing squats, and so we in groups and shit like that. So everybody just waiting, but like we don't know that he's struggling. Like we couldn't tell. He just he's standing up. Next thing you see is him start tilting, and there's no clips on it, and so he tilts. Whole weight drop.
Damn.
And so the other weight, since it's uneven, nigga, back to the other side. Yo, and so what was the weightlifting coach at the high school? Isaac. Yo, so he was like, out of all my years, doing a weightlifting, I'd never seen that in my life, yo. But he was a mad because he was always like a calm, cool dude. But it was funny as hell. I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy as hell. And it was only
just took him down,
bro. It wasn't even that much weight to be honest either. It was only like probably like the same amount of weight Jahmar was doing, like 95 maybe something like that. So it happened so fast, bro. It was funny as hell. I was just like, damn. But freshman football. You didn't play freshman football, did you?
I don't know.
Nah, but our freshman it was just fun every day, yo. It was just like the shit that just happened in practice, yo. Like it was just funny as hell. Like Kamas played, and Kamas was getting worked by Matt, bro. Like every play, it was just like damn. I don't remember what our record was. I think it was trash, but we was always trash to be honest. Like, we had like one good season, like my grade group. I think we had like one good season, like clinic, which was fourth grade football. We went like 6-3. That's probably our best record. But like our team, we was always going negative every year, bro. It was bad. Yeah, we would win like a game or two a year. Yeah, shit was bad.
Yo, did y'all ever take y'all heard about the Dark Labs, the pre-workout?
No.
Dark Labs.
No. So they have this new pre-workout. Well, they released like three new ones recently. The one I'm looking at is called Dark Labs Crack Reloaded.
Yo, that's a crazy ass.
I knew.
Bro, them shits don't even be like FDA approved, bro.
Nah, I think they are. Well, then again, I don't even know what the fuck they are. But what I like is like, you know, it has a good amount of caffeine and everything like that. Like the theta alanine or whatever the fuck the shit that makes you itch.
If you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be putting it in your body.
All pre-workout has it for the most part.
I don't be taking pre-workout.
You don't pre? Oh, word. Like the shit that makes you itch and stuff like that. Like really makes you focused. Like
heroin?
No.
You said make you itch. Something like that's what it sounds like.
I think it's a BCA, so branch chain amino acid. They're healthy for you. But this one helps like stimulate like focus and everything like that. But what has me a little bit worried about them is that Dark Labs back when, and I'm pretty sure you probably back when you played football. Did you play football in high school? In terms
Freshman
of
year.
oh, so you only freshman. You might have had someone in your grade actually take it.
Why are you saying your grade like we not in the same grade?
Right.
Or your team, I should say, that actually took it. Dark Labs Reloaded. They had a pre-workout that had something chemicals. I think it was like a DMA or something like that. It had chemicals that was similar to or no, the same chemical compound of methamphetamine.
Oh,
What is it that meth that makes you scratch? It's either meth or heroin. One is they. I mean, they
I think
drugs.
meth might make you scratch, but nah,
Whatever one that crystallizes under your skin, that's why they be itching.
meth.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna go with that then.
yeah, I think it's meth. But yeah, someone in our grade might have taken that. I don't know, but it had the same chemical compounds as methamphetamine. So you're taking meth basically as your pre-workout.
That's why.
And that's the same company. That company's still in business.
But look at the name you
Yeah.
just said. You said it was like crack something, crack rock or some shit like
Crack
that.
Reloaded?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it, bro.
They probably put crack in it. Shit.
yo, I saw this tweet the other day. It was like, if some of us were born in the 80s, we definitely would have been on crack. How addicted people are to nicotine and the nicotine sticks and stuff like that.
That's facts.
And I was like,
That's facts.
damn.
But to be honest, it was really, bro, because Jewel had to pay out that lawsuit, like $450 million lawsuit.
Mhm.
They had, not saying in high school, like, there was so many people doing Jewels, it was like ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Cause they definitely did advertise to young people, yo.
Oh
like,
no,
all them,
absolutely.
them flavorful sticks, like the colorful ads and shit like that. Like young people that put in ads. It was because the Jewel was posted for people who were actually trying to get off of cigarettes
Yeah.
to get off because like the other harmful shit. But I mean,
But then they gave it
Jewels
just
was
another.
just as bad, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
just
they
gave another addiction.
it wasn't. It didn't get people off of it. It got people on it because it was like everybody was doing it. And then, you know, high schoolers.
Yeah.
If my friends doing this shit, I'll do it too. Peer pressure and all that shit. I ain't do it.
Mm.
Y'all did it?
Jules? Yeah, I did Jewel back in Urban Table.
Yeah.
So what year when did Jules come out?
They started popping around 20. It had to be around like my junior year, maybe 2016. I know a lot
Oh,
about
no, I didn't take it in
2017.
2016. I took it
2017, I think,
after
was like
high
definitely
school,
peak.
after I graduated. So
After you
2019.
Oh, so
Came out
yeah.
April 14, 2000. Sorry, not playing. I'm playing. But I don't know the date.
I thought you knew the exact date for a
I don't
second.
know.
It had to been around 2016, 2017 because I know a lot of kids. My senior year was 2017,
Mhm.
2016, 2017. So yeah, it was very high.
Yeah, all you had to do was just go to your local corner store and they'll sell it to you, no problem.
Yeah, because
They didn't even check IDs for that shit.
yeah, they didn't because to me they raised the age to buy like tobacco products now, right, in Jersey.
21 now.
To
It's 21 now.
Mhm.
It was like was 18 before.
You had to be 18, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's good to be honest, but then I know a lot of with Juul, a lot of the flavors end up getting banned. Like you only could have like menthol and something else. It was some other shit. It wasn't mint though.
Yeah, but then it became a high commodity,
Because
so
it was-
people started ordering it online.
It's because it was like it was just so addicting. People were getting addicted
like
to
the
nicotine,
flavor,
so they
yeah.
want like these flavors to be out and shit like that, and so.
They didn't want the good flavors to be out. They just had the bad flavors basically out.
Yeah. I mean, I still see some people do, I guess I mean, it's not Juul because there's other brands. I guess because the other brands got flavors. But
There's so many. There's like UNC,
I don't even know Juul.
and there's OD, but everyone just says Jewel at the end of the day. But there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and Juul was so small and compact. It was like easy to
Yeah.
hide too. And
Mhm.
it looked like if you guys like a mechanical pencil holder,
Yeah.
like with them, that's what it really looked like. And so
Now you got these blocks out.
these what?
The new jewels that everyone's buying, they're like
Yeah.
blocks. They're either like a 3D block, like a cube, not a cube. What's a rectangle? That's 3D. Just a rectangle.
A rectangular prism.
There you go. So there's those, and then there's also cylinders. Like it's just like these big ass fucking jewel pods. But like the thing is, like those are different from jewels. Like they're actually worse because the big ones that you get, the big blocks, contain more nicotine or more smoke or whatever. They have more hits to it than a normal jewel.
Yeah, a lot of people are really addicted to nicotine at this point. It's crazy too. They definitely would have been addicted to crack. Yo, no cap.
Yeah.
Or Coke. Wait,
Crack is like a
Coke's still popular.
crack is a
no, but Coke back when like they started really releasing it during the what's it called? Who was it? Pablo Escobar.
well, he was Colombia.
he was releasing it up over here, but then also the United States was also releasing it to pay for a hidden war before, and that's actually the
They put it in the black communities, man.
the Rick Ross story that I was telling you guys about. Like Coke was bigger than it was before. It's big now, but like before it was just like you could really go anywhere and just get that shit. then it didn't really matter.
I thought like crack was like coke and something else like
I thought
mixed
crack
up.
was just like the great value version of coke.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
a drug head, so
I know like
you don't know.
they in the same family. I feel like they're in the same family.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. All I know is that when people smoke crack, like they usually smoke it like out of a pipe or whatever,
Yeah.
and then coke is just like you can
just
sniff that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know the difference in between them. All I know is that apparently crack is worse somehow. I don't know. Like, you ever see like a crackhead, like a true crackhead on the streets?
No, not
With
in this
superpowers.
area. Not in this area.
All right. Well, when I used to go down the East Orange and stuff like that, like you guys see like a true crackhead, and it's just like you see a cokehead. It's just like anyone could really do coke, and like you wouldn't even like notice that they do coke. Obviously like dilated pupils and stuff like that, but like you wouldn't. I think crack is a little bit more addicting than coke. So like people really just throw their whole life away for crack.
Damn, and isn't it like it's like the cheap version too? It's like damn,
Yeah, it is cheaper.
Sheesh, gonna be me. Sorry.
Coke apparently has like coke is now like, or it's been known, but it's kind of like the cool, quote unquote, I guess you can say there's no cool drug, but quote unquote cool drug.
Crack has been a cool
Coke.
drug. Oh, coke. Oh.
So coke is kind of like the cool drug. Like,
That's different.
if you bring crack to a party, everyone's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But if you bring coke to a party, you know, people are gonna be like, oh shit, like, who has coke? You have coke? You have coke? Let me get a bump. Let me get a bump. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the cool drug. So it's like,
if someone pull coke out at a party, it's time for me to leave. I'm sorry. Like, any of that, like, yeah, it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
But it'll probably happen like discreetly, like in the bathroom or
Yeah. No, you wouldn't notice until they start coming out that bathroom whiling.
See, I'll be at parties, so
they're gonna be staring at you, like fully focused on you, and they're just gonna talk a mile a minute.
Hell yeah. Oh my word.
Y'all heard? I mean, I know y'all heard about what happened with P&B Rock yesterday,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, shot and
That
killed.
shit was crazy. That shit is crazy. All because they wanted his jewelry. What do y'all think about so his girlfriend ended up posting their location. And so a lot of people think that might have been a cause of how
Absolutely.
he but then at the same time we don't actually know if that's the case, even though like you shouldn't post your location anywhere you go, especially while you're present there at the time. Maybe you could do it after, but while you're there at the time, like, don't do that. But a lot of people are like trying to put blame on his girlfriend posting the location, and people saying, okay, she probably set him up. I mean, to be honest, like I mean, that's a possibility, but I doubt it. It could have been just a bonehead mistake, to be honest. But like posting your location, but we don't know if that was the actual reason why people like they got there. It could have been someone in the back kitchen. It could have been somebody else sitting around them, like, P&B Rock's here.
Yeah,
this is that.
especially because he was in California too.
Yeah, exactly. We never know. That's like, I mean, but yeah, to be honest, what she did, I think, was really boneheaded. But she's not the reason why he got killed. That, in my opinion, it's a lot of people don't blame on her, but it's the niggas that killed him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like she knows the lifestyle that he had. So him going out regardless, especially like him being a public figure, like someone like you're saying is gonna take a picture. Someone's gonna be like, "Yo, oh shit, that's P&B Rock." Yeah, you know. So there's not really much that she can do outside of that. She can't control anybody, but she shouldn't have taken the picture because she might have a following herself, and you never know when people are lurking and watching, and like those same niggas that are looking to kill him probably might be watching her page and be like, "Oh, I can't wait till she fucks up." Like, you know what I mean? I can't wait till she fucks up. You know,
she always posting where they're going.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, like I don't know what his girlfriend does, but like, you know, if she does post like them together all the time, it's just like, oh, word, I'm gonna watch her page. Let's figure out where the fuck this nigga's going. You know. So I'm not saying like it is her, but it could be a possibility.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Could be a possibility. But at the end of the day, it's like the fault is not hers because she's just being a girlfriend. A girlfriend, if that is how she operates online. My girlfriend doesn't really post online. So it's just like you wouldn't know if she's out, right? I don't post where I'm at out, like unless if like I'm at a concert or something. So it's like if that's how she operates her life in terms of she likes posting out like when she goes out and stuff like that, which is, you know, a lot of people in the age of social media, you know, it's not her fault for just trying to be human or trying to be who she is. It's more so lands on P&B Rock because he, you know, he ended up with that lifestyle. So it's just like,
What lifestyle?
Did he
What
have
do you mean?
security?
his life, huh?
What do you mean? He was just out. He was being a regular civilian.
But what I'm saying is like he ended up with that lifestyle of like, because he was a gang member, right?
Not that I know of.
Oh, then maybe I'm wrong then. Then shit, I don't know. Then I guess that's just a nigga just being selfish.
It was just, to be honest, like, I mean, because when people, they go after high value, like people, like they go, like when you're robbed, like I'll say, because I know Atlanta just got, their DEA got like sent a lot of charges out or prosecuted a lot of people for like a RICO case and stuff like that, like criminal organization and stuff like that. But they just go after high value, like robbing people. They rob their houses. It doesn't matter. I mean, LA is different because they'll rob you in broad daylight.
Absolutely.
And so LA's a little bit different. So I guess he had the jewelry on him, and so they trying to rob him for his jewelry and stuff like that, shit like that. So I mean,
yeah, like, no gang affiliation or anything.
Did he have security?
Shit,
he didn't have security with him.
Damn.
Not that I know of. But gang, I've never heard of him being in gang. I just know he was a rapping, singing nigga, like an A Boogie.
And that's just unfortunate.
And so yeah, he was just out. Like it wasn't like he didn't have ops. He was just robbed and killed because he didn't. What I was reading was he didn't give up his chains, and so they shot him multiple times.
Damn.
I don't know if y'all saw the video online, but it was going around on Twitter.
I saw when he was on the floor.
Yeah, and so that's when they say like if you're getting robbed, they say you just give up your stuff because like your change is not worth your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so
absolutely.
To be honest, I understand why like you might not want to give up. Like you worked hard for this stuff like that, but like all
he
that
got the money to replace it. Yeah.
He's an independent artist now. He wasn't signed anymore, and so but like I understand that's like damn, like I worked hard for this. I'm not giving you my stuff. I'm not giving you this, but like they got the gun at the like pointed at you, so it's like,
I'm taking it off.
Like it's you have to just like, I mean, try like I guess charge it to the game. I guess you lost and stuff and stuff like that. Especially in like LA, but like they don't like there's a lot of criminal activity going around and stuff like that.
Gang on gang violence.
You're a rap. You got a lot of fame. You can get your money up just by doing shows and stuff like that. And so that's
especially him.
Replaceable.
He had a huge fan base.
Yeah, I know. Like it was loyal too, a good loyal fan base too. Like I definitely know a lot of PNB Rock fans, and so like that stuff was replaceable. But now like because he didn't give up his chains, he was shot and killed. And it's just like damn. Even though it's not his fault, like it was but just like what had happened. If we don't know. Maybe he could have still got shot and killed. Even if he did give up his chains, we never know what these robbers are thinking.
You saw 6ix9ine posted?
Yeah, I don't.
No, I saw you sent it in the group chat though.
Yeah. He
nice
just
to know you watch my videos. So, yeah.
But,
on his story, he was like, "You died over waffles," and then like put like the laughing emojis and shit like that.
You died over waffles?
Yeah, because
he was at the waffle. He was at a Roscoe's Waffle House.
Yeah.
So,
oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like,
so yeah, 6ix9ine be going at a lot of people that who have like trolled him. I would say troll who just didn't like. After he started snitching, once they started calling him a snitch and shit like that, like he just started going after like a lot of people and stuff like that. And if you shot, die, which is, I don't fuck with that at all.
Yeah,
I used to be a fan of like his music, especially when he came out, but after he started doing that, I just like lost respect for him. As
he just really started wilding for no reason.
Yeah, like. So I mean, but rest in peace to PNB Rock. No, it's crazy because definitely when we were in high school, I know like my like junior senior year, he was definitely putting out some hits. It says definitely his features too, and it's just sad to see, especially like in you see a lot of deaths from gun violence in America, and then especially in the rap community too. Even though like it wasn't like you might have seen a lot of deaths in the rap community has to do with like ops and shit like that, where like people are like
the King Von and Quando Rondo shit,
stuff like that. But PNB was just out as a regular civilian and just died from same like but Pop Smoke, he was just out.
I thought he was home.
He was in LA. He was in LA at I guess he probably Airbnb renting out a house, some shit like that. And robbers came to his place and robbed him.
I'm trying to figure out like how they knew, because I'm pretty sure like someone for Pop Smoke.
He posted his address.
That's what it was.
It was
I remember now.
It was I think on his suitcase tag and stuff like that, and that's how they got it. And it's just like damn, same shit.
It was a young black man that killed him, right? Yeah. Didn't they arrest him?
All of them got arrested. Same shit with XXXTentacion. He was shot and killed too, just being out. Regular civilian, wasn't his op and shit like that. It's kind of.
It wasn't any of theirs, because like you would think it is. You know what I mean? Like they're no, really, it was just people just being people. That's crazy.
People and black people being envious, like, And that's just stuff like, it's just like, damn, like, I remember we had this conversation before, just like black people and like violence and stuff like that in the community, like killing each other. It's just like black on black crime. And it's just like, damn, like shit like that is just kind of just like, why are we so envious? Like, why we gotta rob other people? Why can't, like, I don't understand the mind of a criminal. Like, why not just go out and work for what you want? Why you gotta rob another person and stuff like that? Like, I feel that's just like, that's weak minded to me.
The mind of the criminal, but sometimes like the mind of a criminal, especially if it's like even a serial killer, sometimes they just do things like, and there's really no like envious or jealousy behind it. They just do it. Yeah, it's not even evil. Sometimes their brain is just so fucked up that they just do it. Yeah. My girl was telling me there's a something on Netflix with some guy that used to be a football player, and I actually want to watch it. It's a documentary. A guy used to be a football player, and you know when you're a football player, like you're just getting hit constantly, right? So those hits actually messed up his brain to the point where he it triggered something in him, and then he actually became a serial killer. But like
CTE? CTE?
I guess so. I don't know.
think that's what it's talking about.
But like he didn't like it's not like he did anything bad in his life or anything like that. Like he had a traumatic experience as a child or anything. Like it just like clicked in his brain and just started. I'm not excusing any of these people, but sometimes like for some of these people, they do it and like they feel nothing after it, and it like sometimes it really just comes down to the brain. That's
I'll say that's an isolated incident with CTE, because that's definitely I know there's players definitely probably in the NFL or retired players who definitely suffer from CTE, and they probably don't we don't know until like they die actually, and they go to like and they actually dissect their brain, they have CTE, and so that's just like but that's an isolated. I know there's another case of a guy where he killed his doctor and his family and their grandchildren, but he never had any like violent incidents before.
It just kind of just randomly happens.
When they like dissected his brain, it showed like he had like he was so far advanced in CTE. It was just like, it's like damn. Same shit with Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez also suffered from CTE also, and it's just like, so that's isolated incident. I'm talking about just like these robbers and killers going after people though. Yeah. Like even like regular civilians, I just don't understand it.
I think it's definitely for a quick bag. You know, if you can get that money and then you can go to a pawn shop. Pawn shop's not going to question where you got it from.
Somebody over it is just like.
Oh yeah, I know, but that comes down to the
changing like when your life, changing your life and the people that like rely on him to provide or them to provide for them.
That makes sense, yeah. Because especially if you have like that mindset. But this goes back to like way before, right? Like if you go back to like wars back with like let's say the Vikings and the English, right, or Vikings and the British and all that stuff, right? You know,
those are like two. When you said Vikings and the British, I'm thinking like two different time periods.
What are you talking about now?
Nah, but like if you go back to like way back when, right, and like if you compare it to now, it's like. They killed what you were saying. They killed and everything for like a better life and for money and food and stuff like that, right? Like, but then if you now compare that to the same people that are shooting PNB Rock for his chains and everything like that, they're technically doing the same thing, you know, because they're probably going to most likely pawn that. Like, you're not wearing that if you're in the fucking somewhere in California, low income housing, you want to get out of the hood, you see people get shot every day over some bullshit, you know, you're hungry, you got roaches on the floors. It's like you see a nigga with a nice chain, he was probably rocking maybe multiple chains, because I know sometimes you like to do that, but I don't know how many chains he was rocking. But you see a nigga with a nice chain, you look at that shit, you're just like, yo, is that PNB Rock? Yo, how much is that chain? Oh shit. And that's 1.2 million. Oh yeah, oof. We taking that, you know what I mean? Like, we need that. This is our ticket out, you know? It's like,
okay, I understand.
Like, granted, like,
I understand it, but I just don't agree.
No, with it. I don't agree with it, but I'm saying, like, I understand where the thought process coming from. Like, but when you have like the census killings, just cause, like, out of enviness, hatred, whatever, like, you know, like, that's a different story. Like, you just like if it was like, oh, I see him and I'm gonna shoot him and kill him just cause, like, but they had a motive. Their motive was the chain, which was ultimately most likely to get the money.
Yeah. And so, but when, I mean, so they shot and killed him and took his chain. So like, so damn. So when you don't get your chain, you was gonna shoot. So I mean, some might take the chain, some might not if they don't have the time. But it's like, damn. it was that chain was that important that you want to take their life. It's just like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going to get caught.
It really does question your humanity. You know, it's like, why would you? No money in the world is worth that much for you to take someone's life. But then at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we can question it, but like their motive is always going to be their motive. It's kind of like, it's like some people, it's like the discussion of like some people don't agree in joining the army. They think it's a horrible thing because like your job is literally to kill. You know what I mean?
But not everybody. Some people join the army just for money, and and it's not even, they don't like not actually go into the overseas. People just got regular desk job in the
That's
army.
true. You could have the desk job, but like, you know, some people just don't agree with it because.
Yeah, I understand.
But even still, your desk job is contributing to the killing. You know, at the end of the day, it's just, are you on the front lines? Is the blood on your hands? Are you in the office and you're just like helping make sure everything runs smoothly so then the people on the front lines can do their job? You know what I mean? That's just like the blood's on your hands, but like in a different level, you know?
Yeah. For the guy too, it's kind of like a simple way to put it is just like, would you kill a man to save your family?
Would I?
Not like you, but like that's probably the situation
I was
that
just
they
like,
could be in.
Thinking,
I mean,
you know what I mean?
if a certain situation is saving your family, you're saving your family from death, then okay, I understand it. But these people are not saving their family.
But they could.
From death.
Oh, from death.
From like, if Jahmar's talking about a situation where you're talking about a situation where a man has a gun pointed to your family. So like, that's what the situation you're talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like, what if like the family was in like a bad debt situation, or like not with like a bank or anything, but like someone around,
or you wish you were dead,
or like someone they owe money to someone that like will take their life away, and like you need quick cash, or like maybe y'all just starving. I don't know. There's like so many.
Yeah, there's fates worse than that.
I don't know. I couldn't kill somebody over that. I couldn't just, so if there's plenty of other things I could do instead of robbing and killing somebody else.
Absolutely.
There's so many ways to get
the thing is like, you have to put yourself in their shoes. Like you come from like stability.
Who?
You?
No, I don't.
If you think about it, yes, you do. A lot better than theirs. Like I look at shit with levels. Like you have your grandmother that you can fall back on. You have a brother that's supportive for you. Your mom is supportive for you, and all that stuff.
My background has never been stable. I never shared the story. I mean, I shared it on my YouTube. I never, like, I was all around when I was a kid. I grew up poor.
So did I. But at the end of the day, like, I still look at my life better than the nigga. I've been paying rent since I was 18.
I mean, who would say their life wasn't better than mine?
Huh?
Who to say their life wasn't better? They could have been way better before, and just maybe they found some hard times right now. You don't know. We
don't know that. But like, if they're growing up in an area where it's just like roaches on the ground, like gunshots every day, like there's niggas in down south, and I think it's Massachusetts or whatever. What's the I think it's like second murder capital.
Well, Louisiana has the I forgot what city in Louisiana, but they have the highest death per capita. But Chicago has the most, and I think like Philly's around there too.
It's Philly for the second.
Philly's somewhere second, either in deaths total or deaths per capita. It's one of the two.
But like either way, second or whatever, like down south, where I was watching something where it's like you literally have to sleep on a mattress, so then your bed's not high up. You have to sleep on a mattress, so then bullets don't, like, when they fly through, they hopefully just like fly over you.
Yo, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, like there's niggas in that. And don't get me wrong, I grew up poor. I grew up where like my aunt, she after her and her boyfriend broke up, like she had to live in like with us, and we're already living upstairs at my aunt's house, so like it's limited space. And then she comes in, she's in my room and stuff like that. And I'm sleeping on the mattress for, I think, throughout junior year or senior year of high school. Can't remember. It was one of those 2 years. Like, and I did that throughout the whole thing, like a year and a half. You know, like fridge empty, shit like that. You know, like it's like, fuck, I can't wait to go to school to go eat this chicken sandwich again that's half cooked. You know what I mean? Like, but like at the end of the day, I realized that my life is still a lot better than what my. Oh God. You know what I mean? Then like that. Yeah. That's the last thing I want. You know what I mean? So like if you grow up like that, like some niggas might have the mindset where they're just like, I can't wait till I see this first nigga so I can rob him for everything he's got. You know what I mean? Like it's like you've been having that torture ever since you were like a little ass kid. living in the same hellhole, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait till I get to come up. You know what I mean? That's the same reason why like some of these guys join gangs. It's like because like everything around them, there is nobody, there is no teachers that are really trying. There's no nothing. Like it's literally you have.
So you need that male role model in your life.
Yeah.
But you can even have like a female role model teacher. You know what I mean? Like someone that you look up to, like to help you guide you in the right direction and all that. But like it's like if you grow up with literally nothing around you, and the only thing that you know is, like everyone around you knows like getting quick money, like. Oh, they lit up our block, time to go back, splitting the block, you know, all that shit. Like, if you grow up around that, like, it's a little hellhole. Like, it's literally hell. It's like, you can't wait to get out. That's why some of these rappers, the moment they make the money, they're out. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, they're stuck in it where they have to, like, keep performing and stuff like that. But, like, they're now more so maybe, like, the money supply, you know, to help that, you know. But it's just like they're out. They have like a nice big house. Like they don't plan on coming back. They'll try to move everybody out as fast as possible, as quick as possible. They'll be like, I'll buy a big ass house and like 10 of us are gonna live in this motherfucker. You know?
Would you guys do what Aaron did from Attack on Titan? It's like
genocide? Genocide?
He murdered like
he's trying to like kill the world to save your people, or like have the world continue.
So what Aaron was doing was, if you guys know what we're talking about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Amazing anime.
You're talking about committing genocide.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah, to save your people.
I mean, he could have saved his people without committing genocide.
Granted, though, but he would have to rule with an iron fist with the newfound powers that
he had those, like you said, the newfound powers. So he had the power of all those titans, the new titans, and the founding titan now too. He can just keep people from getting into his island now, Paradis, right? That's what it was.
I don't remember the name of it.
Island Paradis.
Yeah, something like that.
All he had to do was keep people out.
True, but your lifespan is it goes smaller.
Oh yeah, it does.
You know, so like it's like how long can he hold that?
I think it's like 12 years. I think, right?
Yeah, maybe even less, like 7. Could be it could be 12. Could be 12.
But it's for each Titan that you have.
Yeah.
No, I think it was just in once you get the Titan.
Once when you get a Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well that's better. But like it's just like how long can you really hold that for? You know what I mean? And then but people hold a grudge. Humans hold grudges, especially in times of war. It's just like I can't wait till he dies.
I'm pretty sure like he would. I mean, Aaron was smart enough. I think he would have a plan just to like have somebody else take over.
Yeah.
Armin
is already
came up with a plan.
Oh yeah, Armin could have came up playing, but Armin couldn't take it because Armin has
Armin can't take it.
Yeah, he has a Titan power already.
No, I'm saying like he could have came up with a plan, like because he wasn't even with that either.
He was smart, yeah.
But you would need someone else to actually take over, like you were saying. But the question is who?
Someone like,
who's worthy enough to take over that. But like that would be like now you're getting into like it'd be like a king/queen thing, where it's just passed down through generations, or it's just like, okay, you have to protect us. You have to protect us, But eventually, someone would probably just say, fuck it. Why am I protecting them? I'm just going to commit genocide, Yeah,
he was going to kill the whole world just to save his people.
I ain't finished it, though. I stopped when,
Well, you talking about the show, right?
Yeah, Attack on Titan. It was getting good, but, like, watching shows every week is, like,
it's a little tedious sometimes.
What? Yeah. If it's Attack on Titan, I could binge it.
Yeah.
I definitely did. I definitely binged it to catch up to season. What was it? Most recent season 5?
Yeah, I think.
I binged it to watch to catch up.
4B or something.
They kept splitting seasons. I think the last season. I think we're on season 5. They just split it in half again. So
again.
Yeah. I think the last.
As long as the rating's good, it don't matter.
Yeah. I don't know when the last part of the 5th season comes out, but yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
But you had a question, right?
About like the kings and queens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a question. So do y'all think that like kings that had like multiple babies has something to do with so many people having the same last name? So like some way, somehow, like we're like distant like relatives?
Well,
we already are somehow distant relatives. Like we all have, we're similar by like a small percentage, like 0.000 whatever the fuck 1%.
You heard of Lucy?
No.
Okay, it's like they say that's like the first like human that we could trace back to.
Oh, the one that got traced back to Africa. Her shit was like her bones were old as hell.
Yeah,
I know
they say we're all related.
Yeah.
To her.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I saw that back in like high school.
That's
That shit was long as hell ago. But yeah,
I think they found somebody older than her though.
Really?
I think they did. If I'm not mistaken, I think they definitely found somebody older than her.
That's so tough.
I think it was a male too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but
fact check me.
like, but the names like what you were saying. What you saying names?
Yeah, like so if everybody has the same last name of like
Taylor.
Wilson.
Yeah, so
Taylor,
yeah. Well, the names what you were saying about before.
Like if your last name was like Taylor, it was like what your family occupation was.
Yeah, so but also it comes down to like what you were. Like for example, like what you were before in terms of like slavery. Like Washington, for example. Like George Washington did name a lot of his slaves, so it's just like you had to have the last name Washington, you know. But like slaves sometimes did just pick up the slave master's last name.
Sometimes, I mean, that was like a thing. That's how you found out who your property was. Yeah.
So like slave masters picked up the like last name of like, or slave masters had their slaves pick up the last name and stuff like that. So it's like that contributes a lot to Black people in America, I should say. Maybe some other countries like down in the Caribbean too. Like Smith. You know what I mean? Like all those shits are just slaves' last names.
Like a lot of the common Black last names that you see but it's not like Johnson. Like you see a lot of Black people with Johnson, but it's like if you think back, that's not like an African last name.
That's literally
like, my last name is Rudolph. That's German. So like that's definitely not a Black last name. So it's definitely somewhere down the line. There's definitely someone in my family that was white that was from Germany. That last name. I don't know if it was from Chile. I'm assuming, but I don't know. I don't know my family tree that far back. I've done like my family tree, but I can't get.
It's hard to get that back.
I don't know my grandfather's side. I don't know his side of the family.
But yeah, like shit like that. What are you like, Gregory?
Yeah.
What are you, Gregory?
Yeah, is that a slave last name?
I don't, bro. His family's from Jamaica, so I don't know.
Well, Jamaica definitely has.
I don't know. I don't know how the Jamaica was. I mean, I know they had slaves, but I don't know how like
what it was like.
I don't know because I only know America's like slave trade system.
Did you guys produce sugarcane, or do you guys produce sugarcane like Barbados? Because if you do, then you might have a slave last name. That's also where it contributes to.
Could be. The Queen has some shit to do with it.
The Queen did control.
Y'all are British.
The Barbados used to be controlled by England, but then I think it was first, I want to say France, then they lost control, and then England took over, and then now they recently, like literally like a year or two ago, became independent.
Barbados just got their independence?
I think so, yeah. My girl literally told me about it. She's just like, yo, you know your country's independent now? I was like, what? Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I think they wanted to become independent for a while. They just had to, go through the process and shit like that, which is always going to be long. You can't just like go independent and then just call it quits like that. Like shit like that might start wars.
Yeah, the British really had like a hold of like a lot of places in the world. They had the U.S. at one point, a lot of the Caribbean too. Like damn, even what I just found out, I didn't know. I thought Ireland was still part of the UK.
Nah,
it's not.
It was like split.
Well, they have the Northern Ireland is its own country, which is part of the UK. And I just found out that the other day. I thought Ireland was still part of the UK.
No,
it was in like I think the 1990s, right, or something around that time.
Somewhere around there, yeah. They the plan started getting implemented during Queen Mary, and I think her nickname is like Bloody Mary or shit like that.
I've heard of that.
I think either during her reign or a little bit before her reign, Ireland already was planning on becoming independent. But I think they're still good friends with Spain though, or something like that, right?
The only reason why I know that they weren't part of the UK was because when Queen Elizabeth died, a lot of Irish people were happy, and I was so confused. I'm like, aren't y'all part of the UK? I'm like, well, I didn't know, so I had to just do some research real quick. I'm like, oh, I didn't know y'all weren't part of the UK, and then I didn't know like the whole history of like the Irish, and then like the UK and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, Great Britain, UK. What's the difference between? I
have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be honest with you,
I don't know the difference between the United Kingdom and Great Britain. I thought That was like one in the team, but I'm pretty sure someone can find it out for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But nah, shit like that is really interesting. I just like I don't know. I was looking it up of like how kings and queens were like picked and everything like that. And obviously it just goes down to male had like the first, priority and everything. It didn't matter if you had an older sister, like male got first priority. Yeah, but like when people like straight off like died off and like the blood, not really the bloodline, but like that specifically like family tree ended. Yeah. Like for example, back with Bloody Mary, it was Queen Elizabeth. She didn't have a son. Like she didn't have a son. She didn't have a daughter. She had no kids. And because of that, like she was like, I'm gonna let like the line of succession like die with me, right? But the thing is like when she died, they then just picked Queen Mary's son, who was then the closest in terms of the bloodline because they were sisters, which is crazy how like people were like brothers and sisters in fighting. I guess it's like y'all should come together and like have a powerhouse, but they just want
whoever was born first got the power.
Yeah, no, but like they were sisters. I think they were like stepsisters or some shit like that, like Mary and Elizabeth. But she she took her son. Like I think Mary gave her son, and then Mary got exiled for treason, and then her son then took over, and this is how her son I think got hold of like oh no, Queen of Scots. That's what she was. So she got hold of Scotland, Scotland and all of England and everything like that. But it's like how they picked it was because they're just like, okay, this person, like they go back. They're like, okay, this person, like it was related to this person. This person's still alive. Okay, did they have a son or daughter? Okay, this person's still alive. And then they just start going down the fucking list. And then if they don't find anybody, they then start looking for cousins. If they don't find cousins, then they start looking for if that cousin had a baby with somebody else. Like, and it really comes down to they really look at it like who has the truest bloodline. And it's just like all of that effort, you know, just for a nigga to go power hungry. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Yo, but on another note, have y'all seen Doctor Strange?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah. In the movie, the dreams were connected in a way where was it like that in the movie, or where it was connected? Like, so if you had a dream, you will look into like another
version
universe,
of you,
in a different universe. And would y'all believe that if like scientists came out and said like that was true? Like there's another universe, and every time you dream, you're watching like yourself in another universe. And like when you're having like a lucid dream where you can control, you're just like controlling someone else's universe.
I think at the end of the day, anything's possible. Like the known knowns, the known unknowns, and all that stuff. Like anything is possible. And you know, if that for some reason did happen, then sure. But scientifically possible, like no. But then again, like science can always be proven wrong if for some reason it connects to that. I don't know how it would, but it would be pretty cool if like that's you seeing yourself in another universe or like the multiverse, because I do believe in the multiverse. But it would be pretty cool like if that's what that was. Only because I think it gives you inspiration. It's like if you see yourself doing really well in one universe, but then you see yourself doing really shitty in another one, it's just like, oh shit, this is where I could be, and then this is where I could be, you know. So it's like it would be kind of like, okay, where am I? Like, where can I go? Where can I take a stepping stone and stuff like that, you know?
I would feel bad for some of like myself in different universes. Like I'll be getting my ass beat from like those dreams where like you hitting, but it's not like doing nothing. You ain't never had one of those dreams before?
I've had some crazy dreams. I had one where melatonin be putting me on my ass. Like if I can't like sleep.
You put melatonin in your ass?
I said melatonin would put. Whoa.
Wait, I didn't, bro. That's what it sounded like. That's what I heard.
I said melatonin be putting me on my ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I can't sleep, like sometimes I'll just take that. Like, whoa. But I had, and like sometimes it be giving me like the craziest dreams because I'm just completely knocked. I had one where, swear to God, it felt like the tiger was in my house.
Okay.
And I'm like hard to like I wake up sweating heart beating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll be pretty interesting if that was like me stepping into someone else's or like seeing someone else's like point of view in their universe. It's like, how the fuck you get that tiger there? You know, but
now listen to this. When you zone out, that's when they're watching you and you're
zone out. Why wouldn't it be sleeping?
Just because like when you're dreaming about someone else, they're not sleeping, they're doing something. So like when you zone out, like have you ever drove and was like, damn, I really just zoned out? Or even not even half the podcast, just zoning out. You're like, damn, he really doing a podcast. You know what I mean? But
wouldn't it be like the same like concept? Like if I'm doing something or if they're doing something and I'm watching them when they're doing it, does that mean that they were zoned out too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like parallel.
Like that zone out feeling is really some like yourself watching yourself. That would be crazy.
Like someone's taking over and then you're just like, well, you snap back into reality. Like how? Oh man, what?
I just yawned. I was yawn.
No, like you snap back into reality type shit.
Yeah,
be interesting. That's something that you could definitely put on. You know what you could do that as? That could be like something that happens in one of your episodes whenever you start doing your shit.
Yeah,
you know, like that could definitely be something.
Oh yeah. You know what I also thought too? I'm mad at my future self because if time travel is real, why haven't I visited myself now?
Because wouldn't that fuck up the flow of time?
But
you're not allowed to do that.
Like I would have been like,
man, there's so many different theories on time travel. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, you got like you dad had to look up. There's so many theories on time travel and like which one works and stuff like that. So I mean, but like,
I feel like if you go like the two possible things with time travel is like the trunks thing. Like if you go back in time, like, but I'm talking about like the new Trunks one where he travels back in time. Like if you go back in time, like
Trunks is from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually no, it's always the same. But like you have the same flow of time, right? Like going, and then when someone breaks into your time, like time space or zone or whatever the fuck, like they're there, but when they go back in time or like wherever, they then jump out and create their own time thing. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty interesting take at time travel, like because technically their flow of time, because future and past and present is always like set apparently, just like how like, you know, I think people say that because how the universe is always ever expanding, which is why apparently like the future, this is some people's take on it, I don't know how true it is, but since the universe is always ever expanding, like the future is already set because the universe is bringing it to that, you know what I mean? Don't know how true that is. Again, there's a lot of different theories on time, like Naeem said, but I
think it's true. Like I feel like a strong urge that I gotta smack the shit out of both of y'all. Like it's just part of the timeline.
It's part of the timeline.
Do it then.
Nah,
podcast. I said podcast. Nah, I want to see that shit live. Nah, that'd be funny as hell. I'll be sitting right here. Go ahead. Slap this nigga.
We're gonna end the podcast like this. Ooh, my hip.
My hip.
But anyways.
Nah, I want to see this fight. Check the time. Oh! You actually slapped that nigga?
Yeah, he said slap him.
Ate that shit.
You slapped that nigga? No, hold on. You did not just
ate that shit.
Did y'all plan that before I walked in there?
Nah, just now.
Nah. Oh nah.
It was part of the timeline.
He should beat your ass right here.
It's part of the timeline.
No, nah. You did not just slap this nigga, and that wasn't planned.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, this is a D&E podcast signing out. He about to beat this nigga's ass. Shit. Hold on. I can't. Oh my god.
You said too?
Yo, nah.
I tried to back out. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to back out.
Oh, no.
I was going back out. I wasn't going to do it.
I mean, at least you're not pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. You going to keep that in the video?
I'll see. Because I ate that shit.
Nah, you did. You did. You did. I should have probably cut more a little bit like this. Nah. Maybe flat-handed. You spat me before.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't feel guilty now.
I don't feel guilty.
You smacked me before.
I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty at all. Like I said, but that was good. That felt good. I'm not gonna lie. That did feel good. Highlight of the day. Yeah.
Hold on. I have to take that. That shit just shocked my system. This nigga did not. Hold on. Oh, first you ate that shit. I commend that. Yeah. But I took some balls. Oh man. Going to the next question. I'm ready to go.
Yo,
shit.
What would you say is the best streaming service? Like, so I've been trying to find NFL games and NBA games all the time. And like, I tried, well, I didn't try it, but there's like Hulu Live, there's YouTube TV, there's like NFL Red Zone, or you can like illegally stream, right?
Allegedly.
Supposedly, hypothetically.
Yep,
I heard it. I mean, people just chatting about it. I don't know.
When it comes to, or even for the NBA, like there's the NBA League Pass. The NBA League Pass is the worst streaming service I've ever seen in my life because the camera angles are like from the backboard or like it's just a weird, like if someone's recording off of their phone, it's not like how you see it on TV and you don't hear their announcers.
Did they try to set it up like as a 2K angle?
Yes, in a way, like a 2K angle. But like if the players are on one side of the court and they go to the other, it doesn't switch to the other camera. You have to go back out and go to the next one.
That's weird as fuck.
And then like with the Hulu, it's like I just want to watch NFL games, but I gotta buy the whole TV package, and like I don't want to do that. They have like this new thing. I was like NFL Plus, and it's only like $5 a month, but you can only watch the game on your phone, and you can't like mirror it on the TV either. So it's just giving more incentive to illegally stream.
I use Peacock.
See, that's another one that you have to get like hella channels instead of just watching the games.
Really?
Yeah.
I just pay for the normal Peacock streaming service, but I did it literally just to watch The Office. And then I figured out like you could watch sports on there, and then that's how I got it. So I was watching. The only game that I couldn't watch was the Monday game, so I couldn't watch that shit at all. And
because of Peacock, right?
Yeah, I couldn't watch it on Peacock. See, like Peacock wasn't streaming it, but Hulu was. So like I just
Live? Huh? You have Hulu Live TV?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you have like a package. Like if you have a package, like you'll have multiple streaming shit. Yeah. So lucky us, I guess.
Peacock the best?
That's what I use. No, I don't know what's the best. I personally just use Peacock, and then if Peacock's not showing it, I go on Hulu. If Hulu's not showing it, it's like, damn, hopefully the job's showing it, because I'm usually at work anyway. So it's like, it's hard for me to watch games because all the games are happening like 7:45, 4:45, or 4:25, 8 o'clock, and it's like the restaurant closes at 10, maybe 11 on some day, or 10 or 11. If it's a good day, 9, but no games are being showed really that much on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. So it's like I'm missing all the fucking games, So yeah.
I don't pay for streaming services.
You don't pay for none of them?
What do you use?
I'd be watching YouTube.
You watch the highlights.
I'd just be on YouTube more. I don't be watching TV like that. You watch
the highlights. You wait for the game to be done.
Yeah, I don't be. I just be watching YouTube really.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What you use? You said NFL Live? No,
I got YouTube TV. Really? Yeah, I just got it recently.
It probably has all the games in.
Yeah, it's like if it's on that channel. And then ESPN is also I'm not a big fan of, because there's two. There's ESPN and then ESPN Plus. So if a game is shown on ESPN, you can't watch it if you have ESPN Plus, and it's vice versa.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like,
yo, just get Peacock. Peacock surprisingly has like a whole fucking section of sports. but I feel like that's just all streaming services. But like, you can watch games of the past. Yeah. And my girl, she likes NASCAR, so she happened. Like that already happened. And my girl, and like I can see like interviews on there. I can see anything that's happening that the head coaches are saying, or like whoever the fuck is talking about it. Literally has, you just click on that team and it pops up everything that Peacock has, I should say. Yeah. Don't know how it is for other streaming services because I don't look that shit up on Hulu. I just see the game that's live and I'm just like, click, you know, that's really about it. But that I don't know. I think Peacock's pretty solid. Okay. But if not, I heard Fubo TV. Yeah, I heard Fubo's pretty solid. But I don't know.
I had it for like the trial for the Super Bowl. But
for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that happened in February of this year.
No, I know that, but there was a trial for it.
Yeah, like you can have it for 7 days and then it expires.
Oh, so like
you
did to watch the Super Bowl. Okay.
But what age would y'all want to live up to?
I always saw when I was a kid. I always thought we lived to 100.
100?
When I was a kid, no. I said when I was a kid, I always thought. But to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I want to live to like where I have grandkids. I don't know.
Your great granddaughter is doing fine.
What song is that from? Where is that from?
It's Jonas Brothers.
Year 2000.
Yeah. Year 2000, baby. You wouldn't know.
Oh, I remember that shit. Nah, but I think 100 would be cool as in terms of like setting like a milestone because they're called, what is the fucking name? There's something with an E. They're called
What are you talking about?
When you live to 100, they have a specific name.
A centurion?
Huh?
Is that another word?
A who?
A centurion?
I don't know if that's a specific name. I want to say it starts with an E, but I could be wrong. But
I thought it started with a C. I thought it started with a C.
Oh, it starts with a C?
E like echo.
No, I mean like they have like a certain name. Like when you make it to 100 and you hit a certain age, it could be this centurion thing or whatever the fuck you said. But when you hit like a certain age, like when you said hit 100, you're now known as like a special group of people, quote unquote special group of people, because I think there's only like 20,000 of them. Yeah. Or some shit like that. Like it's a very, very small number. So it'll be pretty cool to say like, I did it. You know, like I am. Yeah. You know, like that nigga. You know?
Centurion is the half horse, half man. So that wasn't a word.
Like a centaur? Okay. Centaur. Yeah. But yeah, they have a specific name. I want to say it starts with an E. But yeah, like they like you would then be part of like that. It's not really a list, you know, like, but I would consider it a list. It's like, oh shit, like barely anyone makes it to this age.
Centenarian.
I was close. Okay. And it's like, oh, not really many people make it to this age. It's like, and I just did that, you know, like literally, I think it's a very small number, like 20,000 or something like that. I actually make it to 100. So it'd be cool, like to hit it just to say I hit it. But then I have to deal with all like the drawbacks of like watching my friends die around me. You know, I have to deal with health problems, all that bullshit. Like maybe I might not be able to walk. You know, I got to be in a Wheelchair for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know if I really want to live life that way. But I would definitely, how do I put it? Definitely would want to live as long as possible. Because I, personally for myself, I don't believe in euthanasia. Like, if that's what you want to do, like, go ahead. I believe in free will.
So if you had a dog, you wouldn't euthanize it if it got old?
Like if it was old and like it was like struggling to breathe and like I couldn't really do anything, then yeah, I would like do euthanasia of my dog. But like, you know, I see that as like I have to really like see him, like I have to do that, you know what I mean? Because like it's recommended to do it for a dog. It's just kind of like put them out of their misery, but like I really have to like see that as the answer. Like it's like, okay, what else can we do? It's like, you know what I mean? But they say there's literally nothing we can do. Like every day it's just going to be painful for him and all this stuff. And it's like, oh shit. Okay. Like I got to do it. But like, I mean, euthanasia in terms of like humans, like I would never say like, if one of y'all came up to me and was just like, hey, Raquan, like I'm tired of this. Like I'm fucking 80 years old, wheelchair. I have no grandchildren, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I have like just me and myself. Like, I think I'm going to euthanasia. What do you think I should do? I'd be like, yo, do not give me that. Like, you know what I mean? Don't put me in that. Like, I don't want to answer that question. Like, you decide that. That's a you thing. You know what I mean? Because it feels like it's blood on my hands. So it's just like you decide that for yourself, and I will respect whatever decision that you do, because I understand like when you get to that certain age, like some people are just like fuck it, like I don't want to do it no more. Like I experienced everything I can experience. But if it was like just a natural death, I would pick 70. I think 70 is a solid standpoint, and I know I can make it to 70 because all the males in my family make it to 70 and then they die. Except for my grandfather. My grandfather is, on my mom's side, he's like 82, which personally for me is a little too old. Like I don't want to live to 82. God bless his heart. Like I'm not telling him to like drop dead and die. But for me, I don't know if I want to live to 82. Like that's a long ass life. And like when you hit those 80s or like even like the late 70s, it's like yo, like you start having all these health problems. You can't really walk as much. Like you're not walking nowhere. Like you in the house, you on the couch, and you just like this watching TV all day. You know what I mean? It's like it's very hard to stay active and actually do anything.
That's not like the life though. Just chilling. And I don't like to say anything.
You say that, but then imagine doing that from 70 all the way to 90. That's a boring ass life, and you just all you're waiting
if you
for.
Enjoy it though, then it's not really boring.
I guess so, but like for me, it would be boring. You know, like if I'm literally just there, like rotting away slowly, like just only watching TV and stuff like that. It's like, unless there's some active ass grandfathers though. Don't get me wrong, but like you have to like set the foundation now and eat your greens and eat right, work out and stuff like that. So there's some active ass grandfathers where like they're out and about, like they're walking. Like
on at my job, there's like hella 80-year-olds like going on tours, walking tours, and traveling. So
see what I mean? Like you definitely
healthy 80s.
Yeah, you gotta be healthy though. You have to pray to God like you don't run into like any health problems that really like hinder you.
You gotta do that. Take care of your body like now.
Oh, absolutely. But there's some stuff where it's like you can't even, like you'll take care of your body and like there's nothing, like you could have been healthy as fuck, and then like right now my grandmother ran every day or walked, ate healthy, and on top of that, what did she do? But then now she has a tumor. She has a tumor right here in her chest, somewhere I think by her heart, and it made it where like she couldn't walk. She can't walk. So because she couldn't walk, she was actually laying in bed for years, and then her legs actually like are like crooked like this. And no one knew the reason why, like, because like if we have to like lift her up and then put her in the wheelchair or something like that, no one knew that the reason why it hurt when you touched it, them shits was broken. Because there was no fat or muscle or anything like that supporting them, so they just broke on their own. So like, but the thing is like she was healthy all her life. And then boom, tumor. You know what I mean? There's just some stuff that cancer could happen. Like you can get cancer and like never smoked or anything like that in your life, and then like the nigga next to you could have like smoked cigarettes his whole life, never got cancer. You know what I mean? It's just really the luck of the draw. Sometimes like shit just pops up and it's like you're fucked. You know?
I would choose a healthy 102. Like
healthy 102? Yeah. What do you mean healthy?
Like
I still walking around and stuff like that?
Not even, but like,
or like
it just
peaceful...
take like one nurse like can take care of me. Like once I get to like 90, like late 90s, like if a nurse can take care of me, like I'll be fine with that. And as long as I can like watch TV and shit, if I can play video games, I'll be lit too. But like just chilling, and then 102, I'll be good. Because that way I live in like 1990s, and then all of like 2000, and then I'll be in like the 2100s, and I'll be lit.
The 2100.
That's 3 different centuries.
I know.
I'm just saying that's 3 different centuries.
Things you would see, that would be crazy.
I know you'll see. It would only be cool just to see the technological. God damn. Technological advancements. That's about it. That's all I'd really be interested in. You know, I really like. I want to see. I really want to see if Elon Musk can pull it off with his plan. I don't know if you probably know about it. His plan of like having like cars, like everyone have like a Tesla or an automated car or something like that, where they just send signals to each other. It's kind of like all the cars are connected through a cloud, and they just send signals to each other. So then like you don't drive the car at all. This is like futuristic shit as fuck. But like you just get in the car, say where you need to go, and you just fucking go. But the thing is like if everyone has a car like that, the lanes are like, you know how there's some highways where it's like max. It's like if it's a really big ass highway, it could be like max like 8 lanes or something like that. But like you can take those lanes, you can extend it out even more. You don't need police on the highway anymore, like in those little fucking intersections, right? You don't need that anymore. But those intersections are more so meant for like loading zones. I mean, I guess a car could use it to like be like, shit, I'm on the wrong spot, and then like, you know, move over and then turn left. But for the most part, like you can like, he's talking about like you can like extend out the highway or even extend out roads, right? Like just extend out shit, so then you can have multiple cars in lanes, and then they're all going like 80, 90. You know what I mean? So you get to work faster. There's no traffic. There's no nothing. And then and because there would be no traffic because everyone's like flying down on the fucking highway and shit, or just flying down on roads. And there's just always constant signals being by, so like it would avoid all type of accidents. I think that would be pretty cool to see that in my like, if I made it to 100, I'd be like, wow, this is amazing.
I wish I had this. When I was younger, because we were like, when we were born, like this was like we were really in a baby, like infant ages of like technology.
Fact. We was born into like not the GameCube era. Like you got a GameCube, but that was more so like our parents. But like PS2 and like all that shit, like we were technically part of that era.
When we were born, they were still using floppy disk, which is like a floppy disk is like 2 megabytes.
PS1, that's what it was.
The fact that some people might not know that.
People don't know what a floppy disk is. Some people, if they're born in 2000, probably not even know what a floppy disk is. But like, M6 was like, 2 megabytes was like a lot at the time. And the floppy disks were like this big. And then now we got like flash drives and hard drives that have like terabytes.
Yeah, I remember my parents used to just sit on the computer and then just burn so many like songs into CDs. Yo, they used to do that shit like clockwork. And like every time I was on the computer, like, yo, get off the computer. I'm like, what? They're like, I gotta burn the CD. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, go ahead.
Now
LimeWire.
Get music from our phone just by like on Apple Music or Spotify. And definitely like older people still don't. They don't understand it because like my nana, she still asks me to help her. She still listens to like the radio. Like her old CDs still too.
The radio has some perks to it. I don't really listen to it, but it has some perks.
I don't listen to the radio no more.
It's just fun, like, you know, listening to like you not having control of the music, like, because sometimes you just get random music that you never heard of before. You're like, oh, what's this song? You know,
true.
You know, like, and sometimes like, you know, it's like nice just hearing someone like crack joke, like a podcast, like, you know, it's like nice hearing like someone like crack jokes or like talk about what's currently happening in the world, and like it's just like quick like flash like 5 minutes like combos that they're talking about, and then boom, back to some songs. Hopefully, some of them are new.
I mean, radio shows still definitely have a place. Some people listen to radio shows like just like you said, like as a podcast, if like the Breakfast Club. I know y'all. If y'all younger, y'all probably definitely heard the Steve Harvey Morning Show. With him and like Uncle Tommy when they were doing prank calls. Bro, those shits used to be. I used to be in the car listening to them shits. Yo, they used to
just cracking up.
Bro, they used to be getting people mad as hell. I'm like, this is Uncle Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I'd be like, yo. They were like, man. I was like, yo, them shit used to be. It said when I was a kid.
But like them niggas they used to get mad on the show.
Yes.
Like they used to get angry. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like,
they used to hang up, and then Uncle Tommy would call back.
Hey,
that shit would be crazy as hell, bro.
And that's when they really got him. Like when they called back, yo, that's when the true anger came out. They're just like, yo, you call this number one more time. Nah, those are good times though. Pranks aren't the same as they used to be. More so because like we live in a society where everyone just gets triggered by shit quickly, bro. Like quickly,
But some of the pranks that people be doing are played out. Like some of them just don't be funny, bro.
Like the Chupapi Muñeño thingy.
The who?
The like Chupapi Muñeño. I don't know what it is. You ever seen that?
Chupapi on TikTok, nigga.
What is he like? Like he just go around and he like whisper behind someone's ear and like Chupapi Muñeño.
Nah, I'm talking about the pranks where it was like. You ever see those pranks? Like Instagram pops it up sometimes where it's like you go to the porta potty. And then when you're sitting in the porta potty using the bathroom or anything, they set up a whole fucking giant ass building.
That's a prank. That's a prank. That's
and you open the door, and then this nigga's having a meeting, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. There was one that I love going back to watch where it's like the nigga's just like it's a doctor like pretending to be a doctor, and he comes up to him, and he has the guy like leaning forward to check his like spinal cord and everything, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like you have something here, like this means like you have you know." Like you'll forget stuff like this, like what dementia.
Yeah.
So he's just like, oh, you might forget stuff. He's like, have you noticed anything where like you forget things, or like you just imagine things or anything like that? And he's like, no, I haven't had any of that. And he's just like, it's like, oh, okay, well, you just wait right here. And then he walks where the door isn't. He walks like past them, and then like they're in a room where it's set up like a trick room.
Yeah.
So he walks somewhere, and then the guy comes back in. He's like, okay, hello, what's it called? How you been doing today? And he's just like, and then he'll hit you with the same question. He's like, so have you ever experienced any dementia or anything like that? And then the guy's just sitting there, and he's just like, just looking around the room. He's like, no. And then that should be funny as fuck.
Yeah,
it really be
prank.
confusing. That's good ass pranks. I like pranks like those. But like the new pranks now, when you're talking about play down and stuff like that, people just doing dumb shit on the internet.
There's a
just
lot
to
of
do
people
it.
are doing dumb pranks. I can't really name, but you definitely seen them just like on whatever social media platform you're using. Like some people, like some of them are too, I could say, invasive into other people's personal space and shit like that. Or just, like, doing too much. Like, damn, I'm trying to I can't think of one. I know y'all can think of like a prank where some people just like doing too much.
I didn't like when like Fabo was smacking people's food out their hands.
Nah, that's wild.
Oh, yeah,
That
or,
is wild. What?
Or ripping your shirt.
Or some people just doing shit for attention. Yeah, oh, it's a prank. It's a prank. Like, no, nigga, that's not a prank.
Yeah.
Well, y'all remember well, I'll say, Boom Gang. I mean, I don't know if I was really pranked. I was just doing shit for social media or that. Y'all remember that other nigga? But this was before Boom Gang.
Put it in the coffin, nigga.
Yes, that's it. I can put him in the coffin. Just jump on shit,
And then just jump on somebody.
Yeah, like,
that
nigga,
shit
what?
was. I liked it when he just like jumped on random objects. I thought it was funny, but when he started jumping on people, I was like, "Why are you doing that? Like, stop jumping
when
on
he
these
jumped on
niggas."
random, I'd say he jumped on like some shit in Walmart. Somebody gotta clean that up. Like, imagine working
that's
like,
facts. That's
bro,
facts.
like, what are you doing, bro? Like shit like that. It's like, bro, what are y'all doing? Y'all just doing shit for attention at this point.
No
like,
cap.
and where's that nigga now?
There's actually a guy that I like. He does like little pranks. It's Big Doss TV. You know who he is?
That's a fake clay looking guy, right?
Yeah.
That's a prank.
He did it.
Bro,
Yo, he did it twice. Now he's banned.
Yeah, he got banned.
But like
That's a good prank,
that's some
though.
funny ass shit. It's harmful and stuff like that. I think he
Harmless?
harmless, yeah. But there is I think he did a prank. But there's another guy where his name is he's a Spanish guy. His name is Juan. I forget his YouTube name, but his name is Juan. And sometimes he'll like come up to people, and I think Big Doss might have did it too. But like they have all this money that they get from streams and advertisements and sponsorships and stuff like that. So like they kind of like giving back a little bit. But it's also good views for them because then like they just make that money right back. So it's like a good thing all around. But he would come up and he'll cut your headphones.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he'll cut your headphones. But it's like the headphones, like the old like Apple headphones, like no one really uses anymore. But the ones that just come with the phone, he'll cut the headphones and then like he'll just like look at you, like just start staring at you, and then they'll be like, "Yo, like what the fuck? Did you just cut my headphones?" And he'd be like, "Yes, I did." And he was like, I was just testing to see if they were real, or like just say some dumb shit. And then they're just like, yo, what the fuck? And they'll get angry. And then that's when he'll pull it out and he'll be like, here you go. This is yours.
Okay, that's just stuff like that I don't like. Even though if he like hear some of the AirPods like that, but what if niggas don't want AirPods? Some people actually
some people
like
don't
the
like
wired.
yeah.
What if you don't like? What if they weren't? What if it was just wired headphones and you even know? Like there's some wired headphones that are dummy expensive, like hundreds of dollars. And say if you just cut them, say, so, oh, here's some AirPods. I'm like, bro, these were 100 like plus, like you don't know the prices like that. So like that shit. So
it's
like
a destruction of
destroying
property.
Yeah, bro. That I couldn't get behind that. Or fake pranks. I don't know if y'all know this. Like on YouTube, there's like there's people be faking pranks, especially with couple channels. People like do like, so when you with couple channels and pranks like that. There's a camera that looks just like the ones like we have right here, like the DSLR camera. They'll hide it like right here and do a prank. Like,
oh
right
yeah, they
like,
just get like a fake ass reaction.
Like, oh, you got me. I'm like,
yeah.
Bro, that big ass camera right there, you can't see that. Like, come on, bro. Like, who are you fooling? But and then people like, and then like their audience be kids and stuff like that. Some people like, I'll fake my period prank, and it'll be blood on, like fake blood on the seat or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But their audience is kids though. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. Like, come on, yo. It's a shit like that. That's the type of stuff that be played out where
I wonder what happened to the Nutella guy. Remember the guy that like used to sit in the stall and he'd be like, and wipe Nutella
on somebody's hand?
he'd be like, "Oh shit, yo, you got extra toilet in there," and the guys be like, "Yeah, don't worry, like I got you." Like he'd be like, "Oh, I ran out, like I got you," and the guy will pass it underneath, and he'll dip a big ass shit of Nutella and then start wiping it on them.
I wouldn't know how to feel. That's a prank, but I wouldn't know how to feel if that shit happened to me, bro. I would have been like, I would have given the person toilet paper in the first round. I'm like, you don't have to wait, bro.
Yeah. There was one dude, he got so mad. Yeah. He was like, yo, what the fuck? And then he finished like wiping his ass and everything. And then he's banging on the stall door, and he's like banging on that shit, kicking it. He's like, yo, come the fuck out. Come the fuck out. And he put up in the title, because I don't think that guy like really like talked in like you know how it used to be, like you didn't really talk in between of like a video or whatever, you just kind of put like words up. That was like the old style. So he just kind of he was like in the middle of it, he was just like, oh yeah, he's like, I had to wait in this bathroom for like 2 or 3 hours or something like that. Like that nigga really wanted to kill him. I don't blame him. If you think that shit's real, I would be pissed too.
I saw another one where it was like that, like it was like some white guy, he would go up to black people and be like, hand me that paper, boy. They'd be like, what? And like they'll look around, he'd be like, oh, like I said, hand me that paper, and like he was.
It's a white
like,
guy saying this shit.
See,
now that's you going.
Like, yo, you bugging.
Yeah, now you're going too far. Something like that. Yeah, you can't play like that and call that a prank, yo, because that's the shit like people were like, nah. Especially when it comes to shit like with race and stuff like that. Nah, you can't do that.
There's people that were when the masks were a thing. I mean, technically they are still a thing, but people don't really like do it anymore. There was a guy. Or multiple people that are going out and pretending to say something, or they're saying something, but then being like,
muffled. They'll muffle him, like, and they'll say,
they'll be like, and they'll say something else. There's this one black guy. He went up to an old white lady, and he was just like, "Do you know where?" He's like, "Could you hold these nuts?" And then she's just like, "What?" And he was just like, "Do you know where the nuts are?" Or some shit like that. Like some shit like that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Those shits are a little funny. They're corny, but like they're funny at the start, you know. But then everyone started doing it. That's when shit starts getting played out, and it's kind of just like,
I saw another one I liked was like a guy was pushing a stroller, and there was like no baby in there, but like they had like a recording of a baby crying. And he's like, yo, shut the fuck up. And
he punches it. Yeah, I saw it.
Like, but there was no baby in there. And then some other dude came up. He was like, yo, chill. Yo, shut the fuck up. And they just both start wailing on the stroller.
Yeah.
I was crying, bro. I don't know what I would do if I saw that in person.
Yeah, I would be stunned. I'd be like, whoa, he just punched that baby.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Gotta be a prank.
Like, facts. There's one where it's like attractive females are doing, where it's like, they're just out going up on the escalator. You know what I'm talking about? Or like the whatever that shit is called.
Escalator, yeah,
escalator. They're going on the escalator, and like they just kind of like touch their arm,
their hand.
touch their arm, touch their hand, and then just like look at them. Right, like they just like, oh, like what you trying to do? There's some guys where like they will dead ass like push through that crowd to get up top, and I think that shit is so funny when it happens, because some niggas is just like, oh yeah. But like there's this one dude that had me rolling. This girl, and don't get me wrong, the girl looked pretty good, right? Smash worthy. Don't know what it's like because I don't know what her personality is like, so I can't say date worthy, but definitely smash worthy. He rubs his arm going up the escalator, and this nigga, he looks at his arm. He's like, "Don't touch me, you dirty bitch." Yeah, that's funny. That's the first ever reaction where I've seen like,
he ain't no simp, man.
Yeah, that's the first reaction where I actually see someone was just like, "Don't touch me, dirty bitch." like that shit was amazing.
That's funny as hell.
And he looked truly disgusted too. He's like, I can't believe she just touched me.
Speaking of pranks, y'all think y'all could be on what's that show, Impractical Jokesters or Pranksters? What's that show called?
Oh, yo, that show's actually pretty funny. It's like they've been doing that for years though, right?
Y'all think y'all could do that?
I think I could do it because like it's just all fun and games, like, and you can back out of the show, like, or back out, like, and not do the pranks, but it's like all fun and games, and like
that shit's a funny ass show. I be that should be actually had me crying, bro, because like they be having them do wild shit, bro. Like they be having like like some they'll have them like moan in public like
and
some shit like
them
that.
in the earpiece telling them what to say.
I remember this one episode where there was one dude had to go to a bingo spot and he had to just say bingo, but he didn't have it. And the old people being there like, yo, and so he said, I'm sorry. And that should be crazy as hell, bro.
That is funny.
Yo, there's this one where they had the nigga. He was like pretending to be a server, and he was like, yo, when you're done taking their order, sit down behind them and then start talking to somebody. so then he's sitting there and like they always like chuckle when they hear it, and but like because they're thinking about it. So he's like, oh shit. He's like, I can't believe I'm about to do this shit. So he sits down. Oh no, in the middle of taking the order, actually, he's like talking to an imaginary person. He's like, I told you 1 minute. And then like the table's just looking, they're like, who are you talking to? He's like, hey, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
They're like, who are you talking to? He's like, hey, I'm sorry. Like he just likes talking like sometimes like, it's okay. He's not going to bother us again. So he did that like 3 or 4 times. And then after that, he sat down and had a full on conversation with nobody that was there. And he was just like, yo, he's like, what'd I tell you? He's like, I told you that you have to calm down and stuff like that. Like them shits be funny as fuck. I don't know how they did do one that was like, I guess, but it was like staged. So they had like in an Asian community, this guy that was he wasn't, I don't know if he was dead, I don't know how true it was, but it was like all the instruments apparently that he played, like that was the setting, all the instruments that he played, and he played like a plethora of instruments, and the Asian community was there like showing support, and the woman's talking in her native tongue, and she's like, we're here to honor his death and stuff like that. These are the instruments that he had, and now they're gonna go in museums, never to be touched or played again. So then they tell him like he's gonna be the honored guest. So he's the honored guest, and he picks up. They're just like, okay, now pick up the instrument. So he picks it up and they like start playing it. So he starts playing all the different instruments, and yo, that Asian,
so they really got him. They were getting him. Like,
yeah, they were getting him. He didn't know. He
okay.
had no idea what the fuck was going on. The whole Asian crowd was just sitting there like, no, stop. And then he's thinking, because they weren't speaking English, so he's thinking they're cheering him on. So then he's just playing it, and they're just like, yo, they're loving you, keep playing. and then he's just like, yo, like, what the fuck am I supposed to, he had no idea what he's supposed to be doing up there. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing up here? Like, he's just like, am I supposed to give a speech? Like, what do you guys want me to do? And then that's when they said to him, they're just like, yeah, bro, like, those instruments were never supposed to be played again, and all this stuff. I don't know how true it was. I think that was just like what they set up because they got money, but
that's funny.
That niggas just be wilding.
I saw when I was at school, it wasn't even a prank, it was more like a learning video just to see like how people would react, where like they're at the bar and the bar manager, like the manager on the staff, was like just talking crazy to their like servers or the bartenders. So he'd be like, damn, you spill another fucking drink, I swear to God, and like just tweaking just to see what he's like, damn, you breaking glasses again, just to see how people will respond. And most people would be like, first comment, they'll just let it slide, or like maybe he'll touch like the bartender in like a sexual way, yeah. And like the bartender were like like they were both acting, but like she would act like she was disgusted. She's like, oh, I need this job so I can't get fired.
It's like a what would you do show? Like,
yeah. And a lot of people stood up for like the bartenders. It's like, yo, you can't do this. Like, I'm gonna talk to you.
I know exactly what show you're talking about.
What's that guy? Like Joakim Noah or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know his name is.
That's a basketball player.
But you know that guy. It sounds something like that.
I know exactly what show you're talking about. There was one where like there was this guy, like there's this woman like freaking out in the Oh yeah, because then he comes up. It's like a big dude, right? He's big. He looks maybe of Latin descent.
Polynesian
or that, yeah.
His name is I'm gonna look up the show name. What would you do? But it sounds like Joakim Noah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, and then
that's not Joakim Noah, bro.
And then he asks the people. He's just like, so what made you like stand up for her? And yeah. It was a good show. It was like a show meant to like teach people to stand up for wrongful actions. But you know, because we live in a society where it's kind of just like, you kind of just watch, you know, or what is it called, being a bystander, or whatever, whatever the fuck. Because it's like some people like just it's not even like some people just be a bystander just because they want to be a bystander. It's just because they're just like I'm not gonna get into this situation and then now I'm gonna become potentially a victim or something like that. You know, like some people don't really want to, especially if it gets like physical. Some people don't want to like risk their lives. You know, for some random ass person that they don't know.
So I found him. So his he's of Mexican descent. His name
very
is,
Latin descent. Got it.
So his name is John Quinones. See, I told you sound like Joakim Noah, but his real name is Juan.
Okay.
But I guess he goes by John.
Oh, okay.
Juan Quinones.
Oh shit! Did y'all see the thing with forgot the name of the guy, but he was a wide receiver for the NFL, and he actually recorded this white woman that was like being racist to him. So
Terrell Owens?
Yeah, it was T.O. Yeah. So basically, Terrell was just driving his car in like in a normal neighborhood. I think he said something. I think it had to be some area that George Lopez lived in, because he was like, I can go next door and like go get George right now or some shit.
I think it was his neighborhood he lived in too.
Yeah. So it was like pretty nice area that you would assume, but racism, it don't matter if you got money or not. So he's like just driving, and then the woman says, "Oh, like slow down." So then he gets out and he was like, "Oh, like, what do you mean slow down? I'm not even going that fast." So then she starts like going crazy and starts getting defensive and everything like that. And in the middle of the thing, what like really showed that she was just being racist just to be racist, in the middle of the conversation, she was like, when she said like she was gonna threaten to call the cops and all that stuff, and he was like, "Good, I'll wait." He was like, "I'll wait. I'll explain myself." Because he didn't touch her, he didn't do nothing. He literally did nothing to this woman. But the woman said, she's like, "What do you expect me to do? You're a big black man approaching me." Like, apparently that was enough to like make her scared for her life. Yeah. So and Terrell's like, "Oh, so now you racist?" Yeah. And I respect what Terrell did. He didn't do nothing. He recorded everything, and he didn't get nasty with her. Like, he was funny as fuck. He was just like, "Oh," he's like, "That's because you're a Karen," and all that stuff. And then even after that altercation, he then made a sweater and a shirt saying like "Don't be a Karen" or something like that he was selling. So like he took a bad situation, and turned into a good one for him, because like there's definitely people that are buying those sweaters. Like I even thought about buying that sweater. I was just like, this nigga's he's all right. But
you think Karen's gonna be like an old name, like a Barbara, or like just an old name in the future? Just because no one's gonna want to name their kid Karen now, just because of like
names eventually, like down the time, names do like
fall out.
Yeah, like, you know, like just like some, like, think of an old person ass name. You don't see nobody getting named that really.
That's facts, because like it's not the time. Yeah,
like Barbara, like you said, like Barbara's old. You don't see nobody named Barbara nowadays.
My grandmother's name is Heather, and her husband's name is Watson.
My grandmother's name is Susan.
Susan?
Yeah, and then my great grandfather's name is Norman.
Norman? Damn, Norman old as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Norman
old ass names.
I think Susan can still
it's possible.
I see more Suzannes than Susans nowadays.
And like even still, like a Susan never goes by Susan. They usually go by Susie or some shit like that.
Yeah. Some Susie.
Norman though. Damn, that's old as fuck. I haven't heard Norman in a minute.
That's my great, he's 98.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. He up there. Damn, Norman.
Shit, Raekwon and Jamar might be your old ass names like later on down the road.
Raekwon's just like Raekwon's just like a weird ass name though.
Raekwon's or Jamar's. Exactly. So that's like it's more current now, but like later down the road you might not see that.
Yeah. That's true.
But me and Jahmar Chase is making Jahmar popular, so it's gonna be like
Jamar.
Yeah, Jamar.
You think Jahmar
Chase? You and him? You and Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
Y'all making
you try? Don't do that. He tried to let that one slide off like that was normal. No.
Nah, but names that would never fall out of style is like the normal ones, like Kyle,
Muhammad.
Tom, Muhammad.
That's the most popular name in the world, Muhammad.
I know. Muhammad, and then the last one is, and the most popular last name is Ali, right?
I have no idea if it's the most popular last name.
But like Kyle, Tom, like
Jamar.
Nah.
Stop saying that.
Tom, like Lisa, you know, like names like that, like just those are just solid foundation names that I think will never fall out of style.
That's all. That's for the average American.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, those. Okay. But even like still, like you you'll find like those type of names in like England or something like that, like a Tom or a Lisa.
So another white place.
Yeah, exactly. But like black people always like are trying to make like different names. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like
they definitely
like just
are.
make up.
But some of them just be crazy, bro.
Like remember that girl Sharkeisha?
Sharkeisha's a crazy name, bro. That's a Sharkeisha.
Yeah, that's a wild.
That's
name.
wild. Yeah, a lot of.
You got the ball player down south. Something cool.
There's something. Someone has.
Oh, the coldest to ever do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a wild ass name.
That's crazy. And there's what's his name? I don't know if Kool-Aid's his actual name. I think that might be his nickname, but they be having. There's a lot of crazy names.
What about the guy whose last name is Ever, first name Greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
Like a spray and ankle boy ain't nothing to play with.
Here we go. The Brickshaw.
The who?
You know the Brickshaw Ferguson, the football player.
Oh yeah.
The Brickshaw. You never heard of him?
The Brickshaw. Is he the running back for the?
No, he's running the Jets. His name is the Brickshaw. His last name is Ferguson.
I never heard of that nigga.
Yes,
what?
The Brickshaw. Yes, it's D and like apostrophe and then Brickshaw. Crazy name. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
there's always like black people are kind of like they just make up. We're for America. I don't know how it is for England. They just kind of like say like fuck it and they make up something. But like other countries like Africa and like Latin countries or Hawaii, they make like names that are like meaningful. You know what I mean? Or like more so for like Latin countries like down south. Like you know how many Marias there are? And I just realized that Maria, yeah. Like there's a lot of like Latins named Maria, and I just learned because there's this girl, her name is Maria, but her second name is Araceli. So she told me that a lot of places, because she's from Colombia or some shit like that, I can't remember, but how her family operates and like other families around like her community. So I don't know how much this expands out from. It'll go by the mother's maiden name, and the mother's maiden name was Maria, but then they get a second name, which is like Araceli or Erika or Gabriela or some shit like that, right? And when they get that, that's how it goes. It's kind of like a surname, or like if it was like Naeem the second, you know what I mean? And I thought that was pretty cool. So like the mom, like she named all of her daughters Maria, but Maria isn't their name. Like Maria is just like, I guess you can say their surname, and then the next name is what they're known as. So it's like Maria Araceli, but really she's just known throughout her community and her family as Araceli. The Maria doesn't matter.
So it's really like a second last name.
It's kind of like a second, or second first name or whatever. Like I thought it was pretty.
I'm
cool.
I'm only saying it's like second last name because like you go by like your last name.
You go by your middle name.
Yeah, you go by the. Not the one in the middle, the second one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just like, oh, like that's actually pretty interesting. She was just like, yeah. So she was like, I'm just known as Araceli, but like I don't mind if people call me Maria. And I'm just like, nah, if that's your name, I'm gonna call you Araceli. But like, I thought it was pretty cool. Like that's like how I guess some countries down there do it. Hawaii. I can't say it. It's like you have to really
say Hawaii, bro. Like you doing too much.
I try to pronounce stuff like correctly, just because like I don't like want to show exactly, be disrespectful. Like it took me a while to get that girl's name right, Araceli. Like when you say it in a American tongue, you say Araceli. Like that's just how you say it. Like you really pronounce.
You're saying with an American accent.
Yeah, with American accent.
You don't want to say with American.
I don't want to like fuck it up.
I don't find it disrespectful. I mean, if it's your accent, it's just really your accent. I mean, some words are harder to pronounce in certain languages.
True, but I feel like if other countries give the effort to like make it where like they say whatever, some people when they come here like they make the effort for it. You know, like they'll come here and they'll be like, you know how many people where I had like people that they're like, how do you say your name? And I'm like Raquan. And they're just like, okay, shit. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna get this right. Like they're just
Raekwon
like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, people fuck up my
syllables.
name. Yeah,
that's
like,
crazy.
Like they're just like, nah, I'm gonna get this right. Like I'm gonna make sure I get this right. You know what I mean? It's like if they're willing to put in the effort, it's just like I might as well too. You know?
I mean, some people. I mean, I don't think my name is not difficult to pronounce, but people when to read, they don't understand it because there's apostrophe in my name.
Yeah, so they try to figure.
They'll say like name, and then because they see AIM. So name like aim, name like nah, it's Naeem. It's just nah, like the first.
Yeah.
And I understand the I am part because it's not an American name. My name is Arabic. So.
Oh, it's Arabic. What does it mean?
Fuck, y'all got me right. See, I every time someone asks me, like I always remember when I'm learning it, and I always forget it when someone asks me. So I can't even tell you right now.
My name comes from a Rastafarian. My uncle is he's Rastafarian, like heavy. So when I was born, he was like helping in the thought process of my name.
Yeah.
Because him and my mom are close, and she was like, oh, like just getting different ideas, and he said, oh, name him Raekwon, and she was like, after the Rastafarian, he was like, fuck yeah, and she was like, nah, and then she just met him halfway, and then named me Raekwon. So I'm named technically after a Rastafarian. I don't remember which one, but yeah, that's where my name comes from.
Mine, I think, is African, and it means handsome. But like breaking it down, look it up. Look it up.
I was just listening.
But I don't know. I gotta really look at it because I feel like Jah means like God in a certain language. Like I saw when they were talking about, like when I was reading the X documentary. But how y'all feel about the name North, like Northwest?
Northwest?
Yeah.
It's like, it's an interesting name. It's different. There would have to be a meaning behind it if I ever named my child Northwest. Okay. Wait, that's the name of the... Oh, yeah.
My name means to be content, at ease, and peaceful.
Oh, that's tough. Is that the Urban Dictionary?
No.
Or, it's just all word. Cool.
Y'all saw what Steve Kerr named this kid?
Nick. That's crazy. And if you say fat, Nick Kerr.
Steve Kerr. He named his son Nick.
Nick Kerr.
Oh,
yeah. And the internet was having a field day with his name. The internet was having a field day.
Yeah, that's wild.
Nick Kerr. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, you know when you get mad and you say the full name, like
shut up, you fucking Nick Kerr.
Yeah, that's a wild.
Wow, that's crazy. That had to be intentional.
He said it had to be.
It had to be intentional. Shit. Okay. That's crazy. But my last name means beautiful in French, which means beautiful in French.
Or belle.
Yeah, like with the E at the end, which means I might have French descent. But then again, like my name is also a slave last name, so it's like I don't know what the fuck I have. I would assume no, it is French descent. Back when whatever country was close to Barbados was controlled by France, and then they moved. Huh?
Haiti?
Nah, it was something with an M. I can't remember.
Maldives?
Huh?
Maldives?
No.
I don't know where that's at, to be honest.
But it was a country that was controlled by France, and then France, when they still had control of Barbados, I think, moved some of the people down. So that's probably where some of my ancestors came from. In terms of like that connection. Other than that, I don't know where the fuck we came from. Obviously Africa, but it's just like, you know, I don't know where like that line goes or where that ship goes, you know.
Well, anything else I want to say though before I wrap it up?
Yeah, Jah is the Rastafarian name of God.
Oh, word.
Jah.
Oh, so you're...
But your name is not Jah.
Jamaican, right. You are Jamaican, I forgot.
You're not Jah, but your name is not Jah.
No, but
Nobody
it's like connecting the two. Jahmar.
You said Jahmar.
Jahmar.
Yeah.
Nah, that's probably how they pronounce it over there too, Jahmar.
But my parents call me Jah.
Yeah.
We don't.
Because you're not my parents.
But nah, actually, I don't know if y'all remember those. It was a couple episodes ago when I told you about the guys airdropping a dick pic on the plane.
Yeah.
Bruh, you know what happened again?
What?
Same person?
No, different person. And I think it's either become slowly a trend or someone saw that the guy did it and he's like, oh, I'm gonna do that. But the airdrop got sent to the pilot.
Oh, I see this on the Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Airdrop got sent to the pilot, and then the pilot was trying not to lose his shit, but like he was angry. So then he went on the loudspeaker and he's just like, it's like, I don't know who is sending these explicit images, but please stop now. But it's like, why would you?
He was on land the plane too.
Yeah, like why would you test the nigga that has to get you there safely? Like, I'm not saying he's just gonna like suicide bomb this shit, but it's just like, why? Like, he has all that power on the plane to just say, fuck it, we're not taking off yet. I need security on this plane now. Now you're just having an inconvenience. You're gonna take longer to get there. It's just like, why test that nigga? Like, he has all the power on that plane to just say, you know what, we're not going off yet.
He's probably thinking like, yo, why are you on your phone while flying this plane?
Nah, I don't think they were flying yet.
Uh-oh.
I don't think they were flying
yet. So
you
just said we'll land this plane.
No, what?
You said
He
they will land
was.
the plane.
He would.
He was landing it?
Yeah, they were in the air. There's Wi-Fi on the planes up there.
Okay, well, there you go. I didn't even know that plane was flying. But yeah, it's just like...
Isn't it Bluetooth the airdrop?
No, I don't know. I think it's Wi-Fi. It has to do with Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I used to think it was Bluetooth, but I used to turn my Bluetooth off. And
yeah, you can just send it through Wi-Fi. Yeah. As long as someone has their AirDrop on, you can just send it. You can just drop it into the thing, kind of like an instant mail thing. But he's just like, why? I don't know why. If this is a trend, I don't think I want to fly on the plane no more. If not, I'm just gonna turn my shit off. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't know who thinks that's a good idea, but it's already twice now, and that was the span of what, a month. And you already know if people see that starting up, someone else is gonna do it. You already know. I saw an article and they were like, oh yeah, like this is the new airplane horror of niggas just dropping dick pics apparently. Don't know what that's about.
So you want to go on a plane?
You
want to go on a plane there?
No.
You already booked this ticket.
Nah, I'm glad. I mean, I just been playing. I'm glad 2K been out recently. Been grinding all week. I'm trying to get it right. So
it dropped like 2 days ago, right?
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay.
So, it's just been 2K. I remember Matt had asked me to play Back for Blood the other day. I'm like, it's 2K season. Like, ain't no other games being played right now besides 2K. I just got to grind my player.
Y'all not playing Madden? Or y'all just be hopping on both games?
I mean, Jahmar be playing
I haven't really played Madden like that. I played Madden once in the last, like, 4.
Oh, it's not that fun.
4 or 5, yeah. No, it's fun. It's just that, like, 2K just dropped. And, like,
you want to get your player up.
Yeah. You don't want to get left behind.
Especially the niggas that are spending their money. They probably already 99 overall already.
I haven't seen, someone probably is, but most people I've seen is like 95 right now. I'm at 93.
Sheesh.
How you feel about that shit, though?
I'm gonna make a video on it. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Stay tuned.
I'm gonna make a video on for my YouTube channel, so yeah, y'all can go there too. Anything else I'm gonna say though?
No,
wrap it up. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of D&E Podcast. Since we didn't have one last week, if you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, because YouTube always does recommend when we upload. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and also our clips channel on YouTube. I will be uploading there probably within a week because I did get some clips for you guys to see. You also follow Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're also on there also. And that's it. So until next time, it's a D&E Podcast signing off.
Peace.